Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching The Big Bang Theory. This is the 14th episode of the 5th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for the link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in, and enjoy. So last episode, we had the tease of Penny and Leonard getting back together. At the start of the episode, he's seen her across the hall, just like we seen in the first episode, the pilot. But this time, he'd gone over, instead of introducing himself, it was straight in there and asking her out on a date, which she accepted. And the girls helped her get dressed and obviously get ready to go out on this date. Now, Leonard, obviously, he's smart, got smart himself, suited and booted and ready to go. They went to the restaurant, looked like they're having a great time, looked like they both should have been together, if I'm being totally honest. I was saying, like, in the first episode, it was kind of displayed that these were nerdy and she was like this pretty girl across the hall, but like, after seeing them and being around them and understanding them and the personalities and all that, I kind of feel like they both level and par, and he was looking handsome, she was looking pretty, and it was looking like it was all going well until Leonard actually said, do you think we'll both get back together? Then obviously Penny said, well, you know, I'll always have feelings for you. He took it negatively. They had a little bit of an argument. The date didn't go well. He's gone home, he's sulking at night time. He's got a text. He's gone round to Penny's. They've ended up sleeping together, and then they've gone to do this secret relationship. So it looked like it was all going to plan, but at the end of the episode, they was talking, and it turned out it all fizzled back into the start of the episode, and it was basically all a dream that was inside of Leonard's head. So I was like, oh, that's kind of disappointing, because it was kind of like going well, and he was kind of potentially being back together in this rekindled relationship. And then he did actually go, and he asked her out again, and it looked like he was going back out on the date. So we have no idea of how the date actually went, because the one that we seen was all made up in his head, but he actually did ask her out, and the insinuation was he was going to do it again, which is going to be interesting to see, because like I said, if they do get back together, I'm all game, I'm all for it, and I enjoyed them being a couple. So that's where we ended it. It's really interesting. Can't wait to see what we have in store for us in today's episode. If you do enjoy it, please smash the like, really helps out, subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Hello, I'm Dr. Sheldon Cooper, and welcome to the premiere episode of Sheldon Cooper Presents Fun with Flags. Over the next 52 weeks, you and I are going to explore the dynamic world of vexillology.
Hang on, Dr. C. What's vexillology?
Vexillology is the study of flags. In future episodes, we'll answer some burning questions. What's the only non-rectangular flag? What animal appears most often on flags?
Sweet!
Why are you waving a white flag?
I'm surrendering to fun.
Flags. You gotta know how to hold them, you gotta know how to fold them. And it's used to carry...
Excuse me.
Yo, you be fuming.
Wait, did you not see we are rolling?
I'm sorry, I'm having dinner with Penny. I have to get out of here.
Hey.
No, I'm a little rattled. I'm Dr. Sheldon Cooper, and welcome to the premiere episode of Sheldon Cooper Presents Fun with Flags. Vexillology is... Why is there a face on that flag?
It's Ferdinand T. Flag. I thought he might help bring in some younger viewers.
Confound it. You're right. It's brilliant. Let's take it from the top.
The thing is, you would just leave that in, wouldn't you? You just leave that in and go through it and do an emotion. Now, Leonard was a little bit disrespectful there, to be honest. There was much space behind that he could have walked around the camera. Now, in terms of flags, I couldn't tell you what the state of Oregon's flag is or the individual locations in the US, but like, if you used to present me with a country's flag, I reckon I'm pretty good at that. I'm good at acknowledging countries' flags. I would say, you know, unless you go into the minor, like, details of, like, countries like, I don't know, let's say, like, Madagascar, and, do you know what I mean? Like, those in-depth ones. Like, if it was just literally like Russia, America, Argentina, Zimbabwe, you know, Africa, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, you know what I mean, China, even going in Slovakia, Slovenia, Denmark, Croatia, do you know what I mean? Like, going into all that stuff, I pretty much get it right every single time. Kenya, you know, Albania, Morocco, like, I'm so good at them, but like, not little ones like that.
That was a really nice dinner. Glad you asked me out again.
Me too. I missed you. Take it slow. Did I ever tell you about my first girlfriend in high school, Karen Burbrick? To this day, she doesn't know we were going out. Are you familiar with the typical development for computer software? Before an application is released, they give it a trial run. We could do that. And if we hit a rough spot, instead of getting mad and say, hey, we found a bug, and we report it so it can be fixed.
Mate, you said that last
You mean
episode.
like a beta test?
But technically, this would be an alpha test.
Seriously, do I not get credit for knowing beta test?
That is
No,
true.
you should. Absolutely. That was me being pedantic. You keep a list, I'll keep a list. At some point, we'll exchange.
Mate, he's going to be one all the way down to the floor.
Right. Hey, I'm back.
Cut! Take 47. The flags of Liechtenstein and Haiti were identical by coincidence, a fact that wasn't discovered until they competed against each other at the 1936 Olympics. And thankfully, their embarrassment was overshadowed by the rise of fascism.
Let's see the new phone. I stopped on the way to work. Hey, do you want to peel the plastic off with me?
Really, me? It's like the best part.
Grab a corner. Oh, what's your hurry, cowboy? Savor the moment.
You know what country has not one, but 2 cows on its flag? The tiny landlocked nation of Andorra. Oh, the next classic episode of Sheldon Cooper Presents Fun with Flags is writing itself.
What's your name?
My name is Siri.
Look at that. There's finally a woman in your life you can talk to. Want a cup of coffee?
I found 6 coffee shops. 3 of them are fairly close to you.
I will see you gentlemen later.
For someone who has a machine that can travel anywhere in time and space, Doctor Who sure does have a thing for modern-day London.
We're not counting this as a date, are we?
I'm not sure, but I think the right answer here is no.
Guy asked me to spend time with him. Maybe he planned something a little more interesting than hanging out at home watching TV.
Okay, bug report taken. Next time, I will have a better plan for our evening's activity.
What's this?
My bug report to you.
A list you got there.
Red means fix right away. So, have a good night.
Yep.
What's baffling me is what you could have possibly put on the list. Hair too golden? Laugh too musical? World too much a better place for her mere presence in it?
Sheldon could give a big list.
So, Siri. What's happening? How?
What am I doing? I'm talking with you.
Siri, do you have a last name?
My name is Siri.
Oh, one name. Like, Cher, Madonna, Adele.
Would you like me to call you Raj?
I'd like you to call me sexy.
From now on, I'll call you sexy.
Okay!
Right, do you know what is interesting what he was saying there? Like, Cher, Madonna, Kylie, is the interesting one because, who would have thought that a name would represent 2 different kind of generations in the person that you would say it? Do you know what I mean? Like, if I say to you now, a younger generation Kylie, then you're automatically going to be thinking of the Jenner. Now, if I said Kylie to maybe my generation a little bit old, I'd probably say older actually, like my mum's maybe, they would associate with Kylie Minogue. Like, how interesting is it that one name can associate 2 people in different generations? But also, Siri, like, I'm a big Apple, like, I wouldn't say fanboy, but I am an Apple user. I've said it many a times. The software, the interface, I prefer over Android. It's never failed me. I'm a firm believer of, if something's not broke, don't fix it. For example, do you remember when Beats was like a popular thing? Everyone was loving the Beats headset. I bought 2 of them, always hurt my ears. Now I bought these pair of Boses, or Bose, whatever you want to call them. I've had these for about 10 years, literally the same pair. I could wear them for hours on end doing this. My ears have never hurt, and I would not buy a pair of AirPod Max, even though I'm with Apple, because these are tried and tested, and what's not broke, I won't fix it. Do you know what I mean? And it's the same with my phone. Unless my phone, Apple, starts absolutely dying and ruining me, then I will not change it. But one flaw, I would say, is with my personal accent, like, hey Siri, hey Siri, hey Siri, doesn't work. It never picks up on it. I don't know what it is, but I have never been able to use Siri unless I hold, unless you hold down the button on the side and then it pops up and then you can say it, but it never picks up on my voice. That's why in the house, I have actually Amazon Echoes, because saying Alexa, it picks up on it like that compared to the word Siri. I couldn't have a HomePod because it just doesn't listen to me.
Siri, I'm in the mood for gelato.
I found 10 restaurants whose reviews mention gelato.
Well, you've taken a great evolutionary leap by abandoning human interaction and allowing yourself to romantically bond with a soulless machine. Kudos.
Koopa.
Kripke?
Heads up. Professor Watman urinated in the particle physics lab again, so we're gonna move up his retirement party. Friday, 5 o'clock, pot luck. Dewey, huh? Voice recognition on that thing is terrible. Look.
It is for me.
Dewey, can you recommend a Westworld?
I understand him.
I'm sorry, Bowie.
See? Total crap. You suck, Siri.
Hey, don't talk to her like that. She's a lady.
Well, that weighty took high-res pictures of my junk last night for Quaig's Whist. You ready to go?
Yeah, hang on. Let me just finish this chapter.
Finish it later?
No, I can't. Reading books is a big part of my life now because, you know, we'd have more fun things to talk about if I read more.
Remember how this works. We don't get mad about these things. Speaking of which, I've addressed your bug report on my date planning. Got a really fun evening for you. It's kind of a surprise.
Here's my list for you. Right there.
I certainly can be quieter when we kiss. I'm sorry, can you be more specific on how my eyebrows are stupid? Nah, never mind, it's right here.
To be fair, right, you know, I understand the premise of fixing the bugs and the way it started. Like, I feel like the first one that they were saying about the alpha and the beta, that was fine. Do you know what I mean? That works. And, like, the one that where Penny, I think like the reasonable request was from Penny was saying, you know, if he was asking me to come over kind of for like a date, then realistically I kind of want a better date night than sitting in front of the TV watching whatever he was watching. Like, that's where the bug fixes. You know what I mean? Like, in the terms of him saying, if we go out, can you not wear high heels because you'll be taller than me? It makes me a bit of insecure. They're like the little bit of bugs. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the personal bugs where, like, if you read more, you'd be cleverer. We'd have more to talk about. Fix your eyebrows, I don't like them. They're personal digs. You know what I mean? There's a massive difference. You could literally say stuff like, I think a reasonable one that she put down on there is when we make out, don't make loads of noises. It kind of puts me off. That's fine. You know what I mean? But saying, mate, cut your hair or sort your eyebrows out or don't wear glasses like Priya was saying to him, that's deep, isn't it? That's too personal. The way he's saying to her, like, do this, do that, improve yourself. Fixing little niggles here and there. I'm insecure with this, I'm insecure with that. Maybe we could change this to make this thing better. That's okay, but I knew straight away that it'd get a bit deep once he started giving her that whole bullet point.
It smells amazing in here.
Do you reckon he states his phone?
An exotic little treat. I was just talking to Siri about Peking duck, and she said she knew about 4 Chinese grocers, 2 of which are fairly close to me.
Who's Siri? Is he dating somebody new?
Yes, his phone. I think you'll enjoy it. The traditional choice at Peking duck is a Sauvignon Blanc, but Siri suggested an off-dry Riesling. What should we put Siri in for dinner? Leopard? Sparkles? Or, to paraphrase Coco Chanel, you can never go wrong with a little black case. I can't believe I bought my soulmate at Glendale Galleria.
This is amazing. How did you even get this idea?
I called your dad. I asked him what things you liked to do when you were a kid. This seemed easier than getting a cow out here so you could tip it.
All right, let's shoot stuff. You want me to show you what to do?
I play a lot of Grand Theft Auto. I think I know how to handle a gat.
Oh, no way. I was going to say, like, when you go to a shooting range like that, should there not be a trained person stood in each kind of cell with you, just in case you decided to do something stupid and point a gun at somebody?
So I've got a gunshot wound.
That is pretty bad.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, badass.
No, you've got a Reebok with a gunshot wound and an ouchie on your pinky toe.
Thank you for hiding my Star Wars socks at the emergency room.
Look at them.
Guten Tag, das YouTube. Ich bin ein Bavarian.
Und ich bin eine Pretzel.
And this is Sheldon Cooper Presents Fun
Mit
Flags.
First door on the left.
Dave, I found 6 vacuum cleaner repair shops in your area. Hello, sexy. What can I help you with?
Can't speak.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
And then, do you know what, right? Even though it's comical, it's sad, isn't it? Again, like, we always play on Raj's loneliness. Lonely. Literally, he's so lonely, he's tight, you know what I mean? But again, it was an interesting episode because it just shows that a little bit of affection, a little bit of attention, that's all his heart wants, and he's getting it off a phone. Do you know what I mean? He's like, who would have thought that he found his soulmate in the mall? But mate, who remembers getting their first smartphone? Let's not just call it an iPhone. I mean, what does Android have? They must have a version of Siri. Is it Google? You know what I mean? Like, who remembers just getting the first smartphone and using it and absolutely abusing all of the powers that you could do with it? You know what I mean? Like, using the camera, using the voices. I know that, like, when I say, hey Siri, it never picks it up, but you can hold the button, hard press, and it acknowledges it. I do it all the time, actually. I've got a watch on. I wear an Apple Watch, and this works all the time. I hold the side of it. I can literally just say it. I like to do it with multiplications, you know what I mean? Like, I do work in a job with numbers, and sometimes I'm on the go and I'm out, and like, I might have to work out somebody's work for a quotation or something, and I might need to quickly off the top of my head know what like 371 times 42 is, and like instantly, bang, within seconds, my watch can do it. It's so good. Like, technology is sick nowadays, and I won't be able to do that without Siri. And I actually have my home, I wouldn't say it's proper hardcore hooked up like a smart home. I have simple things there, like turn on the light, turn off the TV, do you know what I mean? Turn my bedside light on, turn my girlfriend's bedside light on, do you know what I mean? Turn on the makeup lights. I have it all synced up like that, and I just think, at first, what's funny is, like, I tried to turn the home into a smart home, and my girlfriend's like, mate, why would you do that? That's laser. You know what I mean? Like, why would you want to speak into your phone and work it out? You could just type it. Why would you want to just talk to the speakers and turn on the lights? You could just switch it. It's like, mate, it's convenience. Like, it's the fact is, you could be laying in bed, you could say, turn lights off, and it's bedtime. You know what I mean? You could be like, dim lights, get in nice mood. You know what I mean? You could turn the fan on, or, you know, turn the TV on. Or it's just like, turn Christmas tree on, turn the Christmas tree off. You can have it on smart timers. I'm not in the house now, it'll turn on, boom, makes it look like it's occupied. Like, it's so good technology. I remember when it first came out, you know, the iPhone 5. I've actually got it up there now. I've actually got the box there, the old iPhone 5 box as well. That was my favourite phone. I feel like it's because it was my first ever phone, technically, of a smartphone. I did have some smartphones before, but I'm pretty sure, did it go iPhone 3G, 4 and 5? I had a crappy sort of touchscreeny phone that my parents bought because they couldn't afford an iPhone, and I bought my own iPhone 5, and that was where I was fully immersed in a I think I might have even had a BlackBerry before then. Who remembers them? They was mad as well. You know, the big massive keyboards all over the place, and BBM. Everybody loved it, but yeah, it's crazy how far technology has progressed. Everybody relies on it nowadays, and you know, just looking at the episode, I do feel tight on Raj again, man. I would literally love him to get into a relationship. Okay, that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So it looks like Penny and Leonard's relationship's actually going all right. You know, it's going well. He shot himself at the end there, which I actually thought was a bit strange, because I would have thought that there would have been some health and safety people inside each cubicle to make sure that people was okay with the weapons. But at the end of the day, it kind of brought them a little bit closer. You know what I mean? He got a kiss. He said that the relationship's kind of going well. They're going slow. I thought that it might be on the rocks again when he brought out, obviously, the beta testing and the red flags and the green flags and the yellows. You know what I mean? It's all right picking out little things here and there. Like, again, though, you know, like Leonard was saying, he was talking about something that Penny said about his massages. I feel like he's strangling her. I actually don't think that is bad from what Penny's saying. Like, if you look at Leonard's things that he listed, it was like, improve yourself. Don't wear heels. I feel like that is an actual okay request in certain situations, because obviously if they're together, it makes him feel insecure. And she's like, you know, don't kiss too loud. Don't give hard massages. Those aspects are okay. Now, aspects of get better abs, read more books, you know what I mean? Don't do this, don't do that. Sort your eyebrows out, sort your hair out. You know, this type of thing is kind of personal, and it's never going to end well. Little suggestions here and there to make your relationship a little bit better, you know what I mean, in scenarios. Maybe when we go on a date, let's plan it a little bit more and not sit in the house. Maybe, you know, when you give me a massage, don't like grab me too hard because it hurts. Maybe when we're making out, let's not make a lot of noise. It's kind of a little bit off-putting. I think those are reasonable requests, if I'm being totally honest. I don't feel like it's a dig or a hurtful thing to say to anyone. I just feel like that's just a thing that you can get better and improve. So I thought it might be on the rocks, but no, seems like it's going strong. They was close together at the end of the episode, and you know, it's progressing slowly, which we love to see. And I know we didn't see a lot of Amy and Sheldon in today's episode with the flags in the segment, but we did have a little bit at the start. We seen Amy committed to him there. dressed up as a pretzel, going for it. You can tell that she wasn't really massively interested at the start to be inside of the video, going through it all, but she's there as a girlfriend, doing it, being with it, and I'm loving it. You know, them two are really good together. I love the fact that she's been introduced. Hope they never break up, from being totally honest. Just rock and roll and go through it pleasantly the way we've been doing. It don't have to go fast. They can be together, they can have sex, they can, you know, get more affectionate as we progress, but let's not force it. I'll be happy if it even stays on this trajectory of the slow burner going up for multiple seasons. I think they're really good, the excitement, I enjoyed him, and I hope we don't ruin it. Thanks for checking out today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.